Am I audible, guys? Hello. Yeah. Good evening, everyone. Just give me a minute. Okay, so I hope my screen is visible. Yes. Okay, fine. So let's start. Just give me a minute. Okay. So as the screen you can see on screen, we have few guidelines that before we start this Java module, everyone should be on same page and the expectation has to be clear. So for that purpose, this PPT has been created. Okay. So here I'll just summarize these points. Why class will start at 8:05. Yeah, because we need to wait others to join. So that is why it will start at 8:05. Okay, will not. So you have to make sure everyone that you will be coming to class, you will be joining the class before 8:05. Okay, yeah. Uh, so the 5 minutes, I'm just giving you the buffer time. So if you are stuck with any work, then you can make it up before 8:05. So I'll just summarize these points. Okay. Okay, I will summarize these points. So first one is, as you can see, class will start sharp at 8:05 p.m. Okay, so it's your responsibility to join before this. Okay, and yeah, when it comes to notes, so every day notes will be uploaded after the session upon the topic completion. So whatever topics we will be discussing on day-to-day basis, those all notes will be present inside LMS portal Java module class notes folder. I will show you where exactly this place you can find it on LMS. Okay, let me just start it here. Okay, so everyone know the LMS portal, right? Where you can or where you are using it to join these sessions, right? So to the same LMS portal, you have to go to My Courses. Okay, to My Courses, we have uh, the Java module. Okay, so this is the course which you have enrolled for. This is your batch code. Okay, so in this batch, you can see there is a module 2 called Java module as explained in this step. So you have to go to LMS, then you have to go to the Java module. So this is the Java module. Click on it. Okay, it will take you to this Java module. Okay, this is the dashboard page of your Java module. So at this place, I will just create a folder quickly. Class notes. So I have created the class notes chapter wise. So everything will be present chapter wise here. Okay. So every day, like how we are going to complete the topics. Okay. Based on that, I'll be uploading those files after the session itself. So you can go download it and you can refer it. Okay. Just save and display. Okay. Yeah. So you can see here class notes folder has been created. So you just have to click on this class notes folder from the dashboard. Okay. I will show it again. Go to my courses, to your courses. Here, this is your course. Okay. And inside this course, you will be having multiple modules. So here you have to click on this Java module, module 2. And on dashboard itself, you will find a folder called class notes. So inside this class notes, you will be having all the notes chapter wise. based on our syllabus. Okay, like how we are going to complete it, based on that we'll be having the class notes here. Okay, now this is about the second point, and this is important. Okay, those notes are more than enough for you to prepare on Java to get the confidence, and those notes you can use it irrespective of any experience, freshers, experience. Okay, so those are more than enough. I have kept it simple, so at least you will get some interest to read those notes, and yeah, you will get to know. Once we start with the syllabus, you'll get to know. And once I start uploading the notes on the portal, please refer it, okay? And let me know if you have any questions there. Then we have the polls. I hope everyone is familiar with this activity where you need to participate in answering the polls. Okay. And it is mandatory. So maximum participation we are expecting here. Okay. And guys, giving what I feel giving participating in poll will not help, right? Because if the ratings are below 4, then it's mandatory for us to understand what went wrong. Okay, so you have to provide me the reasons, okay? Like what you, because I'll be opening Q&A, like I'll be not waiting for last 30 minutes to open the Q&A session. After every topic, whenever I feel that question has to be answered before moving to next topic, then I will open the Q&A. Okay, I'll not wait for last 30 minutes. So I may open Q&A session in middle also during the session also. Okay, so at least you have to, what matters most, the concept has to be clear to everyone. Okay, and you should participate. Okay, the participation should be more. Okay, whenever I ask during the session, whenever I ask any question, then you have to use the chat. Okay, a chat window to answer the questions. And if you have any questions, okay, you have to wait for me to open the Q&A. Okay, because during any topic you might get many questions, okay, but you have to wait until I open the Q&A for that particular topic, because sometimes it's my past experiences where I have seen before I complete the topic, okay, I used to get the questions which I'm going to cover it. Okay, so just not to disturb the whole class, just wait for my instructions. Okay, as soon as I open the Q&A, then you can start putting all your questions there. Okay, till then you just have to focus. You just have to follow my instructions, and if any questions is being asked, you have to answer it in chat window. Okay, yeah. Uh, so these are the few guidelines. If you follow, okay, then we can make this module interesting. Okay, and many of you might be having these commonly asked questions. Okay, like I'm non-program background, I'm having non-program background or computer background. Then is it easy for me to learn the Java or any programming language? Or if I'm from different experience, okay, different domain experience, or I have a career gap. I am a manual test engineer. Okay, but I want to get into automation. Okay, so okay, so you have to, yeah. So answer to all the question is yes. Okay, so I'll just give an example. Okay, suppose there is an opening. Okay, a company will prefer to select the candidate who has good education background, or company will prefer to hire the candidates who has the required skill set. What will you choose? Okay, if suppose you are an organization, you are running an organization and you want to hire the people, okay, so you will hire the employees who has the required skill set, or who has this 80% of career, like they have 80% of their degree, or they have completed their degree from a well-known college, but they do not have the required skill set, obviously, right? Who has required skill set, we will we will try to hire them, because using their skill set company will profit. right? It is not like uh, on the basis of their percentage or their background, which college, which pass out, okay, which degree, okay, which stream will not make any profit to company, right? If you have the required skill set, then only company will means company can start earning money out of it, right? So the answer is yes, you can go with the automation even though if you have a career gap. So skill sets are really important. Okay, now, when it comes to can we learn, because will it be difficult for us to understand this programming language? See, this is some kind of language, like we have different language in the Marathi, Telugu, Tamil, Kannada, Malayalam, right? English. So similarly, in this computer field, we have multiple languages present. Okay, so using those languages, we can give instruction to machine. Okay, the way we give instructions to human using these languages, our mother tongue or English. So similarly, if I want to give some instruction to machine, we must learn some programming language. Okay, so it will be easy only when you start participating in class, you start attending the sessions, even though by some reason you did not make it to attend the class, it's your responsibility to go through the recorded session. Okay, and even though you have attended the session, again it's your responsibility before coming to next class, you have to go through the recorded session and you should get your all questions answered. Okay, how I'll get to know that the concept is clear or not? Correct? Until and unless you don't participate, until and unless you don't ask questions, I'll be under impression that the concept is clear to everyone, right? So you should also start participating. Okay, then it's my responsibility to clarify all your doubts. Okay, before we go to any next concept. Okay, so that is how the class will work. So before we start with this module, okay, before we start with this Java module, I'll just give my short introduction. Okay, so my name is Abhishek. I am having 10 plus years of experience. Currently, I am working professional. Okay, and as part time, I conduct the trainings. Okay, I am associated with Star Agile from past 5 to 6 years. Okay, it's been more than 5 years. I have been taking batches for Star Agile only on core Java. Okay, before to that, I have worked with many institutes, okay, where I was responsible to take all software testing related courses, like starting from manual testing, Java, Selenium, SQL. Okay, so those topics I was responsible to handle. But when it comes to Star Agile, from past 5 years, I only take Java related batches. Okay, so as I have explained, I am working professional. Currently, I am working, and once my work hours means to my company. Okay, so once I complete my work, then in the evening I conduct the batches. Okay, only for Java. So automation is my expertise, where uh, I have been working like from beginning till today. I have been working in automation domain. I have exposure to manual testing, but proactively or I did not get any opportunity where I'll be working only as a manual test engineer. So from my beginning of my career till today, I have been working into automation domain. So that is my expert areas. Okay, where I have used core Java, C Sharp, okay, some scripting languages also I have used, okay, with different tools, okay, like Selenium I have worked on, like Selenium I have exposure to different paid tools also, okay. So that is what my experience speaks, okay, when it comes to this automation industry or software testing industry, okay. So I'll be taking your all Java module, and to complete this Java module, we have planned 13 sessions. Okay, let me just open this. We have planned 13 sessions. Okay, each session will be of 2.5 hours. Okay, So it is not mandatory, as I have explained, 2 hours I'll be taking session and 30 minutes will be Q&A. It is not mandatory because I may open the Q&A during session also. Okay, so 2.5 hours will be our session. So after 10 also, I'm not expecting the comments, sir, open the Q&A or stop it, because I may open the Q&A during session itself. So I can utilize the last 30 minutes, okay, to cover any topic if there are any. Okay, so it depends. So 2.5 hour sessions daily, 13 sessions we have planned to complete the Java module. And what we are going to complete as part of this Java module, that syllabus we will discuss. Okay, Selenium, I'm not going to take Selenium. I only take Java batches. Okay, Selenium, you will be having a different train. Then your Tuesday, right? Tuesday will be the mentoring session. So our class will be on Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday we'll be having a session for 2.5 hours daily. And Tuesday you will be having the mentoring session where you can go and discuss, like if you have any questions related to topic or any topic or any setup, installation, anything, you can utilize this mentoring session for the same. Okay, just give me a minute, guys. Okay. Okay, so guys, if you have any questions till here, feel free to ask it in Q&A. Okay, 13 sessions seems less for Java. No, there's 5 years I have been taking this Java, so it is more than enough, guys. Okay, it is not something which this is the first batch where we are doing experiments of covering Java in 13 sessions. We have been doing it, completing this Java from many years within 13 sessions. So that is how it is planned. There is not the first batch where we are taking Java. Okay. So just relax. Okay. We will be covering it up. Okay. And if it is not covered, then we have backup plans also. Okay. To cover it. How much time should we dedicate every day to learn Java from scratch? Okay, so we'll be taking it from scratch. Okay, Java will be taking it from scratch. There is no prerequisite required before you come and attend this session. Okay, so everything we'll be covering as part of this module itself. I'm not expecting that you should have this knowledge or that knowledge, or you should have some background to attend this course. Okay, so don't worry. Yeah, and when it comes to how much time you have to spend, see, I can understand many of you are working, right? So, but it is really important to put your hands on to practice this Java. Okay, there is not something which is theoretical subject where you just read to define, you just have to prepare for the definitions and you can go and crack the interviews. No. Okay, so how much implementation knowledge you have, that will help, that much it will help in interviews, to crack the interview. So when it comes to implementation, you have to put your hands on keyboard and practice it. So whatever we are going to practice it in session, so every topic we will be understanding it through the implementation. Okay, from every topic. Okay, whenever we go to any topic, first we'll understand the definition, then we'll understand the example and the implementation, how to implement that. Okay, so every topic has the implementation. In same way, you have to practice it. Okay, you have to practice it in same way. So I would suggest, like, starting from today, if you start doing it 30, see, after the session immediately if you do it, then during session you should get at least 70% of the clarity, okay, to the concepts. That is what I expect. And remaining 70 to 80 maximum, you try to get the maximum clarity during session itself on any concept. And remaining part, you can do it after the session. Okay, don't put it after the session. Means maximum part, don't put it after the session. Okay, so that is how you should plan. It depends on your understanding. Like, have you understood the complete concept clearly? If you do not have any doubts, then you can spend 15 to 20 minutes more than enough to revise those concepts after the session itself. Okay, that is how I used to study. Okay, when I come from the non-computer background where I have taken the software testing course. Okay, the only reason to take the software testing course, I was afraid of writing codes. Okay, so I did job in non-technical. Okay, like I have worked as a call center, uh, in call center. Okay, also I have worked as a supervisor. Okay, in the showroom, like this four-wheeler showrooms, right? Because I was afraid of writing the code. The time I got to know, like, to get into technical domain, there is a field called testing domain where you don't require the code. That's the only reason I came to software testing. I have taken the course, but when I studied Java, then I decided I would just wanted to become automation. I don't want to get into manual. Okay. So guys, it is really simple. The only thing is efforts are required. It is not something which will come to your plate easy. Okay. You have to serve yourself. Okay. Then only it will make easy for you. Okay. We can guide you, we can teach you, we can clear your all doubts. Okay, but you should also participate. Okay, only core Java. Yes, we'll be taking only core Java. Yeah, I'll be sharing the material. I have created my own material that I'll be sharing it. Okay, I have created my own material for every topic. I have created my own material that I'll be sharing it with you. You just have to prepare those materials. Okay. What about Selenium with Java? Who will be taking this? Java, I am taking it. Selenium, after this Java, you will be enrolled to Selenium and your Selenium batch will start. Okay, so before you go to Selenium, you must know Java. Sir, will there be confusion while learning SQL and Java because it's purely English language based? Yeah, there is no prerequisite required for SQL. Okay, you can learn SQL along with Java. No issues. How much Java is important for Selenium? It is, without Java, there is no Selenium. For this module, okay, Selenium supports multiple programming language like Java. We have multiple languages, but as in our syllabus, we are taking Java language, so it is important before you go to Selenium. If no Java, no Selenium. We need to install anything for hands-on. I'll be explaining you what you need to install and how to do setup and how to start with that. Okay, so everything I will take it up. What is the percentage of theory and practical in most interviews? It is first, every interview starts with theory and then it goes to practical. Okay, so before you go to practical, we cannot divide into percentage wise. It depends on company to company. Okay, some company they spend 40 minutes on theory, 20 minutes on practical. Some company they spend 40 minutes on practical, 20 minutes on theory, or 50-50 also. It depends on company to company. Okay. So advanced coding questions or programming question, good question. Okay, so we'll be not covering all the programming questions as part of the syllabus. We are going to discuss the concept here. Okay, our concentration on covering the concepts which are required for your automation. Okay, but I'll be giving you the material, the questions, interview asked questions that you have to prepare for, and programs also. In interview, what kind of programs you will get. And I'll be also giving you some tips. Okay, at the end of this Java module, I'll be helping you with some tips by taking few programs, interview programs. I'll be teaching you how you should approach to interview. Okay, yeah. When you share the material, see, material I'll be sharing it on daily basis. Okay, materials I'll be sharing it on daily basis. So sharing interview questions that I take it during session itself. Okay, whenever we cover any topic, I will tell you like what kind of questions you can expect it in an interview. Okay, but when it comes to the complete module related interview questions, that anyways I'll be sharing it after the Java module itself. Okay, many of them are saying Java is outdated as Python with Selenium has demand now. Is that true? See, I will I'm not sure like many of you have attended this demo sessions of Star Agile. Uh, this syllabus is Star Agile has a team which will design the syllabus for every batch. Okay, on what basis they will design the syllabus? Like what topic has to be taken, which modules has to be taken, which subject has to be taken. Everything will be before any batch starts. Okay, and these analysis, the team who is dedicated to do this analysis, they do this analysis on the current openings, current ask in market. And we are partnered with more than 500 companies. Okay, it is not something like we don't know the market and we are running the same old syllabus. No, if you have seen the last batch, okay, where we were not having few modules that I can see it in your LMS portal for your batch, we have added few modules here. Okay, it was missing for the previous batches because that is the ask from our clients, partnered companies as well as market. So you have to be assured that whatever we have designed your syllabus, that has the weightage, that has the ask in current market. Okay. Yeah. Sir, you'll teach only core Java. Yes, I'll be teaching only core Java. Advanced Java is not required for testing. How much programming questions are asked in QA dev interviews? Again, it's company to company. I cannot give you. Some company may ask only one question. Some company may ask two questions. Okay, it depends. But I would not say more than two or three you will get. We should do hands-on practice in the class itself. See, first, it is important to understand the concept. Okay, your first understanding should be on the concept. Means your first focus should be on understanding the concept. Then I'll be taking up some implementation here. Okay, but if you wanted to do it, okay, then you can do it after the session also, or if you want to do it during session, that is also fine. Okay, it's up to you like what feels comfortable to you, because see, if you start implementing after my implementation, if you require time to do the same implementation at your machine, then it will be time taking, right? So I would suggest to do it after the session itself, so it will have one more round of revision, right, if you do it after the session. Which ID we are going to use for Java programming? Eclipse, we are going to use it, and I will be teaching you how to do the setup and all. Is core Java is enough for automation? Yeah, it is more than enough for automation testing. And guys, we are not learning core Java only for Selenium point of view. Okay, we are learning core Java as a programming language, because Selenium is your automation tool. Like Selenium, we have many tools available in market. So if we learn core Java with respect to Selenium, then when you want to work with some different tools, then again you have to learn the concepts from core Java. So we'll be discussing core Java as a programming point of view, core Java point of view, not Selenium point of view or automation point of view. Okay. So you can work with any tool, any automation tool which supports core Java. Okay. So in that perspective, we'll be learning. Can I use IntelliJ IDE behalf of Eclipse? It's up to you guys because I'll be taking Eclipse in this module. But if you are familiar with any other tool, you are free to do that. IntelliJ, like one of the candidate is asking, can I use IntelliJ? Yes, it's up to you. If you are familiar, if you're confident, then you can use the IntelliJ also. But it is not possible for me to cover up the different tools here. Because if you know Eclipse, most of the organizations, they are on Eclipse and few of them, they are on IntelliJ. Okay, but all the tools somewhat they are similar. Okay, so if you know Eclipse, then you can work with any other tool because they are mostly similar. So don't worry, guys. I'll be taking the Eclipse, which is mostly used tool in most of the industry. What would you say about career in QA field? Nowadays, people say the tester won't be required down the line as AI will replace their work. So AI will replace why only tester, right? As I'm not sure it is partially correct. Okay, means there is the partial news. It's not only tester. AI will replace everyone. Okay, every job. AI will replace every job. Then you should update yourself because in testing also we have AI. Okay, once you understand this automation testing and the concepts related to it, then you have to update. See, IT industry is all about upgrading ourselves. If you want to stay in this industry, you have to upgrade yourself because industry, they are upgrading themselves, right? So if you don't upgrade according to industry, then you'll be outdated. Okay, not only with AI, there are many technologies. Okay, so you have to upgrade yourself to stay in the market. Okay, meanwhile, you can take the routes if any. Okay, I'll be having the doubt session during the session. Okay, so our class will start at 8:05 sharp. Okay, so I'll give time and this is how it happens. Okay, like I have to wait for 5 minutes. I'm not having any excuses to start at 8 also. Okay, I can start at 8 also, but people if they join late they will not understand the concept. They may get confused and the whole class will get disturbed. Okay, so for that reason I'm starting the class at 8:05. Okay, what is the duration? I think this is already answered. This is already answered. After automation course, what to upgrade in testing? Okay, first let's focus on automation. Okay, you will get the ideas. If I explain you now, will not clear to you. Okay, fine. So I have answered all the questions. Just a minute, everyone. Can we use GitHub Copilot and other stuffs? Okay, I think some GitHub related sessions are also planned, right? If you see the modules, we have something called DevOps module. I think inside that DevOps module, we have GitHub related things. And if, see, it depends on you. I can see many of you comes from the same background. Okay. So it is not required like you have to uh, follow the things that I'm taking it here because here I am taking it from the scratch. Okay. I am in the impression that whoever joined this session doesn't have any Java background or any programming background. So in that, okay, in that scenario, I'll be starting your Java module and I'll be taking each and every concept. Okay. And if you're already aware about some advanced concept and you want to use them, you're free to do that. While we install all this stuff like Eclipse, why we need Eclipse for Java also. Yeah, obviously, right? So why we need to install. See, we require only two softwares that I'll be teaching you, I'll be telling you. Okay, and you will understand their usage also. Okay, fine. Assignment, assignment would be screenshot or text format. So I think assignment you have to submit it once we complete the Java module. Then they will make an announcement on the end date to submit your assignments after completion of Java module. And those assignment, I believe you have to put it in Word format or PDF format. I'm not sure which and all format it supports, but what means I got some comments from the previous batches where it has been told to upload the assignments in PDF or Word format. Okay, guys. So let's start now. So we will understand the syllabus now. Okay, and then we will start the session. So as part of the syllabus, as part of these 13 sessions, we'll be taking first we'll start with introduction of Java, features of Java. Then here we'll be doing the setup JDK and Eclipse. Then we'll be starting with the actual concept of Java class, data type, constant methods, operator, control statements, static, non-static, constructors, inheritance, packages, encapsulation. Okay, all these concepts. And at the end, we will spend some time on understanding the guidelines on interview programs. Okay. I'll be not checking your assignment. We have mentors, okay, who are responsible to check those assignments. Okay. But during session, okay, see, there are two types of assignment. One assignment which you will be getting it from the Star Agile team directly. Okay. And the another assignment that I'll be giving it during session. Those assignment not required to upload it anywhere. Those assignment is only for your practice. Okay. So only the assignments which are given from the Star Agile team that you need to upload it. The assignment which I'll be giving it during session, that is only for your practice purpose. Okay. Yeah. 1 minute. Just give me a minute, guys. And we'll be also having 5 minutes break. Okay, in middle of the session. So it is not like complete 2.5 hours. You have to sit in front of your machine without any break and all. Okay, so we'll be having 5 minutes dedicated break. And as I have told guys, okay, I am a working professional. Okay, it is not something which is where I'm full-time trainer. Okay, so I am a working professional. So I may get stuck with some work or may get stuck with some releases. That doesn't happen, or it will not impact on the any session, but sometimes I may start the session 5 minutes late or 10 minutes late. Okay, so you have to cooperate with me. Okay, uh because you know, right, how things goes. Okay, so there is some release planned and someone immediately want my attention, then I have to be there. Okay, I cannot avoid that. But I will try, I will give my 100% not to impact on this planned sessions. Okay. Yeah, thank you. Please give more assignment for practice. Yes. See, the first thing is whatever we discuss, I will tell you my story. Okay, how I used to practice Java. Okay, so whenever anything used to happen in class, whenever they used to teach any concept, they used to take one program. Okay, so I used to focus, okay? I never tried like they are writing the code and at same time I am writing the code in my machine. I used to concentrate. I was not knowing any concept and all. I used to mug up those programs. Okay, during session I used to mug up those program, and after the session I used to remember and I used to write. Okay, that helped me a lot, guys. Okay, that helped me a lot. I got some confidence on writing programs and all. So the first thing is you should be able to replicate the codes that we take it during the session. That is the first step. You should be able to replicate. Okay, without seeing the recorded session. Okay, you should able to replicate those programs, whichever programs we will be taking it during the session. Okay, and whenever I feel like for this concept you have to practice more, then I'll be giving you the assignments also. Okay, so that you can. You will be getting feedbacks on the assignment. As I have told, like Star Agile, you will be having a grading section there, but the assignment that I'll be giving it to you, it is purely for your practice. Okay, so giving feedback and checking everyone's assignment won't be possible for me. Okay, so I'll be giving assignments. It's your responsibility to complete it. And if you have any doubts, you can come up with those doubts in the next session. Okay, fine. Yeah, so go through the syllabus and let me know if anybody has any concern. Okay, yeah. So this is the syllabus. Okay, we have a question. Yeah, those will become under oops. You can see here encapsulation, polymorphism, abstraction, inheritance. Okay, all these concept will be completing it. What will be the level of programming covered covered for each concept? And guys, one more thing, okay? Many of you might understand concept immediately, but we have to think the other candidates also who finds difficult, right? So you have to bear, okay? You have to have the patience because I cannot go without answering the questions, okay? Without making the concept clear, okay? So I'll be clearing all the questions. I'll be answering all the questions. Then only I will go to the next concept, okay? So what will be the level of programming covered for each concept? Yeah, so see, we cannot just means I cannot categorize into easy, moderate, and difficult. Okay. So it depends on how you understood that concept. It is concept related only. Okay, it is not something where I'll be putting some complex logics and all to make you understand that concept. I'll be taking easy programs so you can relate those programs with that concept. Okay, so we'll be understanding. See, Java is not theoretical subject. It is completely practical subject where you will be implementing. Once you join any organization, you will be implementing the Java codes. Okay, so we'll be understanding each and every concept from the syllabus through programs. For automation testing interview, how much weightage is given to Java? More than 60% is given to Java. We have recently completed manual testing module and got aware of writing test case. So in Java module, is it only core Java exclusively or any scenario related testing point of view? See, if you have understanding on writing the test cases in manual testing, okay? So someone just asked in manual testing, during manual testing, we got exposure to write the scenarios and the test cases related to test the functionality. Okay. I will answer this question in upcoming slide. I'll answer this question. Just a minute. Okay. So let's start. Nice. Uh, yeah. So, first thing is why we need to go to automation. Okay, why we need to learn the automation and why in today's industry, every company is asking for automation skill set as it is kind of mandatory nowadays. You don't see manual testing related opportunities more. You will find every testing opportunity has the mandatory skill set as a automation. Why? Okay. So let's take one example. Okay. Like this is from manual testing only. Okay. Suppose there is a client wants to develop some features like A to Z. Okay. So client will give first requirement, A feature related requirement. Developer will develop A related feature. Okay. And test engineer will write around 50 test cases to test that feature A. Okay. And we will test it and we will release it. Similarly, client will give once feature A is ready, client will give B feature. So to test this B feature, you might have written some 25 test cases. Before release, we will test B feature. We have to test B feature. Okay. But before release, you should be testing this A feature as well. Yes or no? You have to test feature A as well. Or you will test feature B and you will release the whole application. Guys, you will be testing the old features also, unchanged features also. Similarly, if C feature is developed, you have to test A, B, and C. Similarly, D feature is developed, then you have to test A, B, C, and D. Correct? Even though it is not impacted or it is not changed. Still, you have to test the old features to make sure that adding new feature is not impacted on the old features. We have to make sure that, right? So we have to test the unchanged and old features along with the new features. So testing unchanged and old features, what do we call? Which type of testing we call? Regression testing. Okay. We call it as a regression testing. And as a human being, okay, suppose you are working on this project. Okay. So while testing module D, how many times you have tested this A before? Before you start with this module D testing, how many times you have tested this module A? 3 times. So can you ensure that every time you have executed these 50 test cases? Because we are a human, we will be having some deadlines, right? That we have to complete this testing as soon as possible. So if we start testing all the 50 test cases every time, then when we will spend time on testing the new features? Because our first priority is to test the new features and then we have to make sure the old features are working fine. So if you spend time on testing the old features, then when you will test, when you will spend time on testing the new features. So that is why what we do, out of 50, we may execute 30, we may execute 20. Correct? So there will be no consistency when it comes to do the manual testing. There will be no consistency. Okay. And it will be testing will be time taking, right? The testing process will be time taking because our testing bucket is getting large, right? We are getting more and more test cases added into our testing bucket. And more test cases are getting added. That means we require more and more time, right? So to avoid that situation, okay, to avoid that situation, there we are coming with automation testing concept to keep our testing consistency. So automation testing, whatever test cases you have written, okay, Same test cases we are going to automate. So once these 50 test cases are automated, then I will just run those 50 test cases. It will automatically test the application. You don't have to sit in front of your machine. You don't have to monitor. Okay. You can run those. It will go. It will run 50 test cases. It will test the application for those 50 test cases and it will give you the result. So every time I'm ensuring that I'm executing 50 test cases and also I'm ensuring the quality of the application by doing regression testing. So this is where this automation testing is adding the values. Okay, where manual test engineer can focus on testing the new features, where automation test engineer can focus on automating the old features. Okay, so manual test engineer will make sure new feature is working according to requirement. Automation test engineer will ensure all the old features are not impacted and they are also working as per the requirement. Then the release or the client will get or client or company will get the confidence, okay, on releasing the application into the market because everything is tested now. Okay, and we have the evidences because we have the results also. Okay, so that is where the automation testing is adding up the value. So in every industry, they are expecting automation as a mandatory skill set in your resume. Okay, so now to do the test automation, am I breaking, guys? Am I breaking? Okay, so Anushka, seems like some issue with your network. Okay, because it's not breaking to others. Yeah, just let me see. Yes, 1 minute. Huh? Okay. So everyone understood why we need to go to automation testing, right? Because we have already, the testing concept already, you're familiar with testing concept, okay? So in today's market, we have many automation tools present, okay? So why we need to learn Selenium? Because Selenium is one of the most popular tool in today's market as compared to other tools like Cypress, Testcafe or Prairie. They are like Selenium only. But Selenium, why it is popular? Because it is free, right? So when the tool is free, for example, suppose you have Netflix and you have Hotstar. If suppose Hotstar is free and Netflix has a subscription, okay, then Netflix will be having limited users as compared to Hotstar because it is free of cost. So most of us will start using the Hotstar instead of Netflix. Correct? So similarly, Selenium is free. So it can save budget to the company. Okay. So it is, yeah, see, Selenium it is free and it is widely used and it is upgrading also. Okay. Day by day it is upgrading. So we cannot say like in future there will be a tool who can replace Selenium. But Selenium itself will get so much strong that nobody can replace Selenium. That could be the possibility, right? It is not like some other tool. If Selenium is not upgrading, then we can come up with the conclusion like some other tool will come and replace the Selenium. But Selenium itself is upgrading day by day, coming new versions, okay, of Selenium. So that means it is upgrading. And if it is upgrading, that means it is getting strong. And same is going with Java also. Okay, we will come to Java. But Selenium, it is widely being used. The only reason is it is upgrading And second most important reason is it is free. So I have worked on some paid tools. Okay, I have worked on some paid tools. So those paid tools used to charge 1.5 lakh for a month for one resource. Okay, to use that tool, it used to charge 1.5 lakh for one resource for one license. So suppose in my team, suppose 10 test engineers are working, so I have to buy the 10 license. So every month I have to spend 15 lakhs, around 15 lakhs to get the licenses for every month. So if I switch from that paid tool to Selenium, then I can save that cost, 15 lakhs cost every month. So that is why it is become more popular. Okay. So you can see most 80% of companies, 80-90% of companies, they are on Selenium, guys. Okay, they are using Selenium. Okay, because it's free. You will understand its more features and the characteristics once you start with Selenium module. But this is the basic thing. Okay, why companies they are going towards Selenium? Because it is free of cost. Okay, same goes with Java. Okay, like Java, we have Python, C Sharp, and other languages. But when you see the Java, it is year by year, it is increasing. Why? Because every year they are releasing at least one version of Java, new version of Java. If they are releasing new version of Java in every year, minimum 1 year, one version I am saying, okay? Minimum one version. Okay, they have released two versions in a year also sometimes. Okay, but as I can see, minimum one version they are releasing in every year. So they are releasing new version. That means they are giving some new features, yes or no. So whenever any update comes to your phone, to any application, suppose WhatsApp application, there is a update available. So once you update that WhatsApp application, so you will be expecting some new features in it, yes or no. That's making WhatsApp stronger. So nobody is there to replace WhatsApp now because they are implementing WhatsApp, they are staying in competition by giving new features in it. So same goes with Java language. Okay, there is Python. Python is also popular. But when it comes to Java, 80% you can say, okay, of Java is used, means most of the companies, they are using Java as their programming language. And it is not mandatory. Like suppose your application is developed in Python language. So it is not mandatory. You should be knowing Python to automate. Okay, you can automate any application using Java as a programming language. Okay, so there is no barriers. Okay, when it comes to Java programming language, that application has to be in Java programming language. No, there is no such barriers. Okay, so that's explains about why Java is popular. Okay, they are releasing new versions, at least one version in every year, right? They are releasing one version, minimum one version in every year. Okay, so that makes Java as a popular language. And when they are releasing any new version, they are they are implementing some new features in it. Okay, that is making Java more stronger. Okay, compared to other programming languages. Okay, so before we start about what is Java and what is the history of Java, we will take 5 minutes break. Okay, and we'll be back at 90. Okay, everyone, let's take 5 minutes break and then we will start with actual concept. Yeah, thanks. Okay, so let's start. Yeah, we were on break. We have couple of questions. Let's see how many of they have answered. This is answered. If human I can capture more bugs, then why automation? I think you have got the answer to this question, Kallan. If human I can capture more bugs, then why automation? Okay, so that we answered why we are going for automation testing and why there is more ask for automation testing skill set. It depends if we okay, so this is so we need to test all features also that will make any no questions. Okay, we do not have any questions. And try to use the chat window if you want to answer to any question, use the chat window. Q&A will use it only for if you have any questions to be asked related to topic. Okay, so if you want to answer, use the chat window. Yeah. Now let's understand what is Java. So we understood why automation is required, why Java is popular. Okay. Now let's start with the subject called Java, and we will also understand few features of Java which makes Java strong compared to other languages. Okay. So what is Java and what is the history of Java? So we'll not go in deep of Java history. Okay, whichever is sufficient that we will try to understand. So Java is high level object oriented programming language. Okay, so languages are classified into two types. Classified into two types. Okay, one is high level language and second one is low level language. Okay, high level language means the language which can be easily understandable by human beings. Easily understandable by human beings, which we call it as simple English. Okay, human beings. So we understand this language easily. Okay, low level language means what? This can be understandable by machines. Okay, so languages can be easily understandable by human beings, those we call it as high level, and the languages which can be understandable by machines, we call it as low level language. Okay, so Java comes under which category? Java comes under high level language category. So Java is a high level language. Now tell me if I am writing some line here. Okay, so do we have anyone in class who will not understand this line or who will not able to read this line? This is human understandable language, right? Everyone can understand this statement. Okay, so this is a Java statement that we are going to write the code. Okay, so we'll be writing the code in human understandable language. Okay, we'll be writing the code in human understandable language that makes Java as a high level. Okay, object oriented programming language. Object oriented means object oriented is one of the object oriented is one of the concept. Okay, object oriented is one of the concept in Java. Okay, object oriented is one of the concept in Java. So it is not concept of Java. It is a individual concept. Okay, object oriented is one of the individual concept like 2G, 3G, 4G. So those 2G, 3G, 4G concept, they are with respect to any specific phone or they are individual concepts that other phones supports it. They are individual concept. 2G, 3G and 4G, they are individual concept. They are not specific to iPhones, they are not specific to OnePlus or they are not specific to Samsung. They are individual. And any phone supports that concept, that phone becomes it, right? So for example, the Samsung phone supports 5G. So that Samsung phone will be consider it as a 5G phone. If iPhone supports 4G, so iPhone will be considered as a iPhone 4G, correct? So similarly, object oriented is one of the concepts that Java supports. Okay, what is this concept? We have separate topic of each concept under this object oriented that we are going to discuss. Okay, in upcoming sessions. But it is one concept, and what is it that we will be discussing it in upcoming sessions. Okay, but as of now, you just have to understand it is one concept that Java supports it. Even Python also supports. So Python is also object oriented. C Sharp also supports. C Sharp is also object oriented. Okay, so it is one of the concept that any languages supports that concept, that language will become object oriented programming language. Okay, and programming language means what? The programming language means this is the language which is used to instruct the machine. Okay, so if I want to communicate with machine, they might not be understanding my language, right? So in which language I speak to the machine, they might not understand that language. So machine understand only programming language. So we have many programming languages present. So Java is one of them. Okay, where we'll be using Java to instruct the machine. Okay, we'll be using Java to instruct the machine. So that makes Java's complete definition that Java is high level means what, object oriented means what, and programming language means what, we understood. Okay, now when it comes to history of Java, the Java is written by James Gosling. Okay, the person name is James Gosling. So he is the official implementer, means who has written the Java language, who has introduced this Java language when he was working with Sun Microsystem. So Sun Microsystem is the company name. Okay, so James Gosling was working with Sun Microsystem. So when he was working with Sun Microsystem, he has invented this Java as a programming language. Okay, so the first release happened in 1995 as 1.0. Okay, that was the first Java release, was in 1995. Now the official implementer of Java is Oracle Corporation. That means the Sun Microsystem took over by the Oracle Corporation. Okay. Now the Oracle Corporation is the parent company of Sun Microsystem. Okay. Oracle Corporation is the parent company of Sun Microsystem. One minute. Yes. Okay, so this much is more than enough for Java history. You may not get any specific question to its history. Okay, nobody asked this question. But before we start, we should be knowing like from when it is started, who has implemented, okay, and who is taking care of Java today. Okay, so Oracle Corporation is taking care of Java. So any releases happen, any certification happens related to Java language, those are conducted by Oracle Corporation. Okay. Now going to its features. Okay. Just a minute, guys. Okay, my network is changing. One minute, I'm just changing my network. Okay. Am I audible now? Is it? Okay. Perfect. Okay. So we understood the definition of Java and the history of Java. Yeah, I was audible previously also, but it was connected to different network. My laptop was hanging due to that, so I have to change. Okay. Now here you can, yeah, we have discussed about the definition of Java. Okay. And we discussed about the history of Java. Now let's try to understand its features. Okay. What Java has, what features. Okay. And what are those features? In those features, which features are important, which makes Java as a stronger language. Okay. So in features of Java, one of the feature is simple and easy to use, compiled and interpreted, platform independent, object oriented, multi-threaded, and distributed. Okay, so we have around 6 features of Java. Okay, so in interview, if you are a fresher, you might get these questions in an interview about their features. Okay, so let's try to understand the features one by one. So the first feature is simple and easy to use. So simple and easy to use, as Java is human understandable language, which makes Java as a high level language. So it makes user to understand it very easily. Okay, as I have written one of the statement here, so everyone can understand this statement what is being written here. Okay, and we can read that statement. Okay, and anybody can write this statement. Okay, so guys, please, if you have any questions, okay, hold your questions until I complete these features. Okay, because I can see the questions are coming it from the a topic that I'm going to cover it as part of these features. So please hold your questions. If okay, if you get any questions during session, note it down somewhere. Okay, note it down somewhere. And if it is not being answered until I open the Q&A, don't put it in Q&A. Once I open the Q&A for you guys, then if it is not answered, in that case, you can put that question in Q&A. Okay, because see, I am having two windows. Okay, one window I am seeing anybody is having any questions which need my attention immediately. Okay, that also I am checking, and parallelly I am taking the concept. So it distracts. Okay, so if you ask any question, it distracts. So please hold until I open the Q&A. Yeah, simple and easy to use. Java is a high level, as we know, means it makes easy understandable by human beings. So that makes Java easy and simple to use. Second, object oriented. Yeah, one of the question in Q&A asked for object oriented. Okay, so object oriented, as I have explained, it is one of the concept. Okay, Java supports that concept, so Java becomes object oriented. 5G is one of the technology. Any phone supports that 5G, that phone will become 5G. It is one of the technology. Similarly, object oriented is one of the concept which contains these subtopics: class definition, object creation, abstraction, polymorphism, inheritance, encapsulation. These are the sub concept of this object oriented concept. This concept comes under object oriented, and we have the separate topics for each and every concept that we are covering as part of the syllabus. Okay, so these are the concepts that Java supports. So Java becomes object oriented. What are these concepts? Why these concepts are important? Okay, those you will understand once we start learning about this concept one by one. Okay, so we'll be having sessions planned for this concept. Okay, so as of now, you just have to understand there is one concept called object oriented. It has these 6 concepts. So Java supports all those 6 concepts, so it becomes object oriented. Now I will tell you these all 6 object oriented is one of the concept. Java supports it. Similar like Java, Python also supports this. C Sharp also supports this. Okay, so once you learn this concept, it will remain same for all the programming language. You don't have to learn it for Python. You don't have to learn it separately for C Sharp. Concept will remain same because this is one of the common concept. Any tomorrow, if I have created my own language called Abhishek language, Abhishek programming language, and if Abhishek programming language supports object oriented, so you don't have to learn object oriented again. Once you learn this, it is same for all the programming language. Okay, I'll tell you my personal experience. I have started my journey into JavaScript. Then I have started my journey, means I switched to Java. Okay, then I got the opportunity in C Sharp. So for C Sharp, I studied only for 2 hours. In 2 hours, I learned the complete C Sharp programming language. So you just have to be good with one programming language. You can learn any programming language based on that because concept will remain same, only syntax will change. Okay, only syntax will change. Like application, same application works in Android as well as iPhones, right? But the look and feel is different, but the functionality is same. Okay, same goes with this programming language. Okay, syntax is different, the concept remains same, the theory part remains same. You can explain the same theory. If you're going for any interview, you don't have to read theory. If you know the theory, Java, I mean, through Java perspective, if you know the theory of each concept, don't read the theory again. You just spend time on understanding the syntax. That's it. And it took me only 2 hours to complete it, to understand the syntax. And I have attended, I cracked the interviews based on C Sharp. Okay. So believe me, guys, learn one programming language, then you can learn any other languages. Okay. So object oriented is one of the concept that Java supports. So Java becomes object oriented programming language. Java is a multi-threaded. Multi-threaded means you can run multiple threads of execution simultaneously. So this word is coming from multitasking. Okay, so we know multitasking means what, right? If we are doing multiple tasks at a time, for Chrome browser, you can take Chrome browser. On Chrome browser, you can one tab you can open, and on that tab you may put some download. Okay, you may put some download things there. Other tab you will watch some movie. Some other tab you will be doing some work. Okay, so you are doing multiple tasks. That Chrome browser is doing multiple tasks parallelly. Okay, suppose you have started downloading something and you have opened the new tab. So will it stop your download? Opening the new tab will stop your download? No, it will continue downloading your things, right? So you can work parallelly. So there multitask it is happening. So this word in Java, we call it as multi-threaded. We don't call it as multitask, we call it as multi-threaded. So if I am developing the Java application, then that application will support this multiple tasks. Okay, suppose there is a application called WhatsApp. WhatsApp application, suppose I have developed using Java programming language. Then that WhatsApp application will support multitasking because that's the feature of Java. So if you are using Java, that means you can achieve the multitasking feature. Okay, so that explains the multitask, which in Java we call it as multi-threaded. Okay, next feature is distributed. Distributed means using Java, I can develop varieties of applications. It is not limited to only mobile application. It is not limited to only standalone applications. Okay, using Java, I can develop mobile application. I can develop web application. I can develop standalone or desktop application, client server application, any kind of applications I can develop. It is not limited. It is distributed in all the domains. Java is distributed in all the domains. So Java makes distributed. Okay, it is not limited. Okay, and the next feature is these are the two features. Okay, these are the two features like compiled and interpreted. Uh, the next two features are really important features. Okay, mostly if any question comes on the features, you'll be getting questions on compiled and interpreted. And the next feature is called platform and independent. Okay. So compiled and interpreted means what? In which language we'll be writing the code, guys? In which language we'll be writing the code? Java is high level language. So we'll be writing the code in high level, correct? We'll be writing the code in high level language. But if I want to execute that code, I'll be executing that code in machine. Yes or no? If I want to execute that code, I'll be executing that code in machine, correct? We'll be writing the code in high level language, but we need to execute that code in machine. But machine knows our high level language? No. Machine doesn't know the high level language. So this is our high level language, which we call it as source code, which is in the form of .java file. This is just an extension. This is just an extension like .mp3, .pdf, .mp4, .docs. Okay, this is just an extension of Java file. Okay, in which file I'll be writing the code. So that file will be having the extension called .java file. In another terms, we call it as source code. In another terms, we call it as high level. So this is my high level language. I have written it. This high level language, I am giving it to my machine to execute it. So my machine will say, I am not able to understand this high level language. Please convert it into machine language, then I can execute. I can follow the instruction. So this is the instruction I am giving it to machine, but machine is not able to understand. Machine is saying to convert it. For example, you are traveling to Japan or you are traveling to China. Will you learn Chinese language or will you learn Japanese language if you are traveling to China or Japan? What you will do? You will hire one translator who will be knowing your language as well as Chinese or Japanese. So that translator will convert your language to Japanese and Chinese language and Chinese and Japanese language to your language, right? So you'll go with the translator. So in Java also we have one translator called Java C. Okay, we have a translator called Java C. So the use of this Java C, Java compiler, will take your high level language. Java compiler will take your high level language and will convert it into low level language. Means machine level language, which is also called it as bytecode, which is also in the form of .class file. Means you are giving .java file. Instead of giving to machine directly, first you are giving it to that translator called Java compiler. So you are giving first to Java compiler. Java compiler is converting your language, high level language, into machine level language. Now this machine level language is understandable by anyone. Anyone can understand this language. Guys, do we have anyone who can understand this language? But if that language, if I am giving it to machine, machine will understand this language and it will print help. Okay, so first step is here we are compiling the code and here we are executing the code that makes Java compiled and interpreted. Means Java has a feature where I can write the code in my understandable language and I can give it to the compiler. Java has its own compiler called Java compiler. So I can give it to that code to the Java compiler. The Java compiler will convert my language to machine understandable language. And that machine understandable language, if I give it to machine, machine will execute that code. So this first part we called it as compiled and second part we called it as interpreted. Okay, so this is one of the feature of Java where you have to compile your code and then you have to execute your code. Interpreted means execution. Okay, interpreted means execution. Okay, now compiled means translation. It will translate your .java file. Which file it will create? Java compiler will take your .java file. And which file it will give? Everyone? It will take .java file, but it will give which file? It will give .class file. And which file we need to execute? We need to execute .class file or we need to execute .java file? We need to execute .class file. And same example, I will show it practically, how we are doing these steps. Okay, these steps are missing in the Eclipse. When we go with Eclipse tool, these steps are missing. This happens automatically. But if I do not go with Eclipse, if I go with simple notepad and command prompt, then I will show you how we are doing these steps. Okay, how we are doing these steps. I will show you in today's session. Okay, but everyone understood why we need to compile the code and then why we need to execute the code? Why we cannot directly execute the high level language, right? Because high level language is user understandable. Machine will understand only low level language. So Java compiler is doing translation job who will convert high level language to low level language. Okay, so that makes Java as compiled and interpreted. Next feature of Java is platform independent. Okay, so Java is platform independent. That means we'll be having multiple platforms. Platform means collection of hardware and software. So Windows is one of the platform, Linux is one of the platform, Mac is one of the platform. In Windows also we have Windows 10, Windows 11, Windows 8, Windows 9, right? Windows XP. In Linux also we have different versions. So those are different platforms. Okay, so on high level we are taking these three platforms. Suppose I have written Java code inside Windows machine. So that Java code, I will compile it. After compilation, I will get this .class file. So I have written code inside which platform? I have written code inside Windows platform. I have compiled that code. I have got the .class file. Now that .class file, I can execute it on any machine. It is not mandatory that that code has been written and compiled in one platform. That means we cannot execute it on any platform. We can execute it on any platform. So write once, run anywhere. It is not required that you have to write the code for Linux. You have to write the code for Mac separately. Same code will work. Same code you can execute it on any platform. Okay, so that makes Java as platform independent, means write code once and run anywhere. Clear everyone? Guys, okay. So these are the features of Java. So let's summarize what and all features we have discussed. We have discussed first feature as simple and easy to use, as Java is high level human understandable language. Second feature is object oriented. So object oriented is one of the concept which has multiple sub concept. Okay. Okay. Uh, which has six sub concept. Java supports all those six concepts. So Java becomes object oriented. Then Java has this distributed, multi-threaded. Multi-threaded means multiple tasks. Okay, means that application supports multiple tasks. Okay, it is not like at a time it can do only one task. Okay, it can do multiple tasks. Okay, then multiple tasks. I can see there is one. What types of multiple tasks? For example, I have taken Google Chrome, right? So in Chrome, you can perform multiple tasks at a time. But when it comes to WhatsApp, okay, when it comes to WhatsApp, can you do multiple tasks? Okay, suppose, yes, you can do multiple tasks where if you're on video call, you can chat also in the background, correct? It is not mandatory like you, if you're on video call, then you cannot move back and chat with someone else. You can do that. So those are called multiple tasks. If it is developed using Java, you can achieve such kind of functionality. Okay. Then we have discussed about distributed. So Java is not limited. Means using Java, it is not like we can develop only mobile applications or web application. We can develop any kind of applications using Java as a programming language. Okay, so Java is distributed in all the domains. Okay, it is not limited. Then we have discussed about compiled and interpreted. Compiled and interpreted means what? Whatever code we'll be writing, that code will be writing in high level language. Okay, the code that we are going to write, those code will be writing in high level language. High level language is also called it as source code. Correct. Let me just see if I can go back to this. High language is also called it as source code. Correct. Which is in the form of .java file. Okay. So that .java file, we have to give it to Java compiler who will convert this high level language to low level language. Okay. Yeah. And interpreter means we are executing our low level language. We are giving it to the machine and machine will execute, will follow the instruction and will print the output. Compiler is high level and interpreter is low level. No. See, they are not differentiated. Compiled and interpreted, they are not differentiated based on the languages, level of languages. Compilation means here we are translating the language. Okay. Interpreter is working like a execution. It is working like a executor. Compilation, it is working like a translator. Compiler means translation. Interpreted means execution. Okay, so compiler is working like translator who is translating our high level to low level. And interpreter is executing low level. So it is not differentiated or not divided based on the level of language. They are differentiated based on their functionality. So compiler means translation, interpreter means execution. No, it is not like 0-1 format. It could be in this format, it could be having some special character, it could be having anything. We do not have control. That Java compiler will convert it. We'll be writing code in high level, we'll be giving it to Java compiler. Now Java compiler will translate it. Okay, I will show you how this .java file and how this .class file looks like. How we are going to compile it and how we are going to execute it. I will show you. Okay. Yeah. Yes, that's the interpreter job. See, interpreter is taking low level language, will be executing, will be following the instructions, and will be generating the output in high level. So that's the job of interpreter. So whenever you press A, okay, whenever you press A, so machine will not understand what does A means. Okay, it has some code in background. So machine understands that code, but it will understand that code, and to that code, what is there in that machine, it will print that code. It will print that character. So same happens with this. Okay. So whatever we'll be writing, Java compiler will convert it. And once it is converted to low level, so what is there in that machine for that low level, it will print that. Okay. Yes. Is any specific certification is recommended? No certification is required. Okay. If you are interested, you might see many certifications available in Java. You have OCAJP, you have OCJP. Okay. These two certifications are offered by Oracle. So those are accepted globally. Okay, so yes, I have completed my certification, but not while learning Java. After completion of Java, I have spent 2 to 3 months when I was means when I have joined the organization. I have started my career in testing domain. Then I decided to do Java certification. So it is not required immediately. Okay, first you have to be clear with the basic concept. then you can think of going for any certification. And obviously it adds the value. Okay, it adds the value in your resume. But if you are having the certification, then you might get some questions. Okay, so you have to answer it. It is not like you have done the certification, but you're not clear with the concept, then you'll not be hired. Okay. The output after executing low level language is high level, right? Yes, that is correct. After execution of the low level language, the output will be high level only. But this is not our headache. This is processor. Okay, so processor has all the instructions to convert this low level language to high level language when it comes to output. Okay, Java don't, because it is simple. Okay, so whenever you type any statement, okay, here I am typing A. So A is high level, but my machine knows what does A means. No, for A there is some code present. Okay, there is some code is present. So machine knows this code. So whenever I'm pressing A, this code will be triggered. Then processor will convert this code and will print A to us. On window, you can see A is printed. But in background, this 65 code is getting triggered. Any code, for everything there is a code present, and processor is trained for those code. Okay, so that is our not headache. Like what is getting displayed, that is not our headache. That is processor's job. Processor will do it. But when we are writing high level language, then we require the Java compiler who will convert those instructions to low level language. And once we execute that low level language, machine we are executing that low level language. So machine will follow those instructions and will print the outputs accordingly. Okay. Yes. What is H01? It is just a low level language. Okay. It is not like H01. It is just a low level language. This is just an example I have taken. You have given high level language. See here, print hello. This is high level language. You had given it to Java compiler. Java compiler converted to low level language. Low level means only machine can understand. Are you able to understand this language? No, only machine can understand this. And you are giving that low level language to machine. Okay, this is just for an example I have taken the way it is to explain you the way it is converting high level to low level. Okay, any other doubts? Yeah, low level, machine level, bytecode, dot class file, all are same. Okay, all are same. Machine levels, low level, bytecode, dot class file, these are just different names. Okay, different terminology. Okay, fine. All the feature work simultaneously. I did not understand. Distribution. See, distribution is just a terminology. Okay, it is just a terminology. You can find there are many applications which works only on Android. There are certain application which only works on iOS. Okay, there are certain application which works only on Android. There are certain application which works only on iOS. Okay, means using Java, what kind of applications we have in manual testing, you may have learned this. Okay, what are the different types of applications we have? We have mobile applications, we have web applications, we have client server applications, we have standalone applications. Okay, we have these types of applications present. So using Java, you can develop any kind of applications. Okay, that means it is distributed. It is not limited. Means using this language, I can develop mobile as well as desktop as well as, yes, as well as standalone, as well as client server. Okay. Yeah. Sir, can you explain compile and interpret it? Compiled, yeah, .java file is also platform independent. But what is the use of .java file? At the end, you will be executing .class file. So why you need to give .java file on different platform? If your question is .java is also platform independent, yes. .java file is also platform independent. Okay. But what we required to run the application, we require .class file. So that is why we call Java. See, .java file is platform independent. That doesn't make Java as a platform independent. Java is a platform independent because of this .class file is platform independent because this is our executable file, correct? Yeah, so compiled and interpreted means we'll be writing the code in high level language that, yeah, Saurabh, I can understand, but I hope you got your uh, question answered, right? Yeah. See, compiled and interpreted means we can write the code in high level, but machine will not understand high level language. Machine only understand low level language. So we need someone who can translate high level to low level. So Java has its own compiler called Java compiler. Okay, where we will be giving high level language to Java compiler. Java compiler will compile it and will create the .class file. That .class file we can give it to machine. Machine will execute that .class file and will create the output. Okay, so that makes Java as compiled and interpreted. Means we can compile the Java and using interpreter we can execute the code. Okay, that makes Java as compiled and interpreted language. Compilation means translation. Interpreted means execution. Yeah, it's there in notes. Okay, everything is there in notes. Whichever notes I'll be uploading today, as we discussed, right? I have created one folder on LMS portal. So you can go to after the session, you can visit, means after the session around 11 o'clock. Okay, before 11, I will upload it. So you can go there and you can download it from there and you can revise it. Okay, revise this concept again. Yeah, platform independent means .java file. We are converting it to .class file. That .class file I can execute it on any machine. That makes Java platform independent. Okay. Yes. All the feature work simultaneously. Mega, can you add few more details to your question? I'm not able to understand. All the feature work simultaneously means what? Means what is your question? I'm not clear. By Java code, we can do multitasking on application. Is it correct? Yes. By Java code, we can achieve multitasking. Correct. Because that is one of the feature of Java. Okay, fine. So see, if I want to use Java, so there should be software present. Java software has to be installed on my machine. If I want to install Java, then Java software has to be installed on my machine. So before we install Java, okay, before we install Java, first we will check Java is installed or not. And all these steps are given. Okay, you don't have to worry how to download the Java software, how to install the Java software, and how to do all the setups. All the steps are very easy and those are documented. Okay, and I'll be sharing you the links also where it is means with screenshot they have explained. Okay, I will show you. So to go ahead with Java, we require this software. For example, if I want to play any video, then MP4 software should be there. If there is no MP4 software present, can I play any video? Not possible. Similarly, if I want to use Java, then Java software has to be present. Okay, so for Java, there is a software called JDK software. Okay, there is a software called JDK software, which is called it as Java Development Kit. Okay, there is a software called Java Development Kit. So this software is required to use the Java. Okay, so before we install Java, we have to check Java is installed or not. So to check that, we have to open the command prompt. How to open the command prompt? You can click on Windows and then search command prompt. Okay, this way you can open the command prompt. So I will search command prompt. Here you can see, okay, I'm not able to show you here. Okay, here you can search command prompt. You can see I'm searching the command prompt. So you just have to click on this command prompt application. It will open this command prompt on your window. Okay, this is the command prompt is opened. Okay, on this command prompt, you have to execute this command called java space hyphen version. Okay, java space hyphen version, you just have to type java space hyphen version. Okay, if once you type java space hyphen version and hit on enter, it will give you which version of Java is installed on your machine. You can see here Java version 21 is installed on my machine. So if you are having Java version 1.7, 1.8, then 9, then 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 onwards. If you have version, same version which is listed here, any version from this list, that means you do not require to install the Java. Okay, so if you are getting this error, okay, so I will just make it as hyphen version. If I am getting this error, Java is not recognized as an internal and external command. If you are getting this error, Java is not recognized as internal and external command, that means Java is not installed. First, open the command prompt. How to open the command prompt? Press Windows key. In search bar, just search for command. Okay, search for the command prompt. It will give you the suggestion, command prompt suggestion. Open the command prompt. Okay, go to the Windows search command. Yeah, I have typed. Okay, intentionally I have typed wrong command. So the correct command is java space hyphen version. Okay, this is the correct command. If you are getting the version there, that means Java is installed. If you are not getting this version and if you are getting some message, okay, Java is not recognized as an internal or external command, that means Java is not installed on your machine. You have to install the Java. If you are getting the version, that means Java is installed. Okay. Now any version comes under this list, you are good to go with this class. Okay, if it is less than 1.7, Then you have to uninstall the Java and you have to install it again. Okay? Yes. Platform is collection of hardware and software. Please provide instruction for Mac users too. For Mac user, instead of command prompt, you have to use terminal. The only limitation I have that I cannot show you the UI part, but you have to follow the same instructions through the terminal. Okay. Now, if it is not installed on your machine, I'll be providing you the document, okay, how to install it. And also I'll be giving you, okay, let me just open. Also, I'll be giving you the link, okay. You just have to search for JDK download and setup. I'll be giving you the step by step as part of document, okay. But if you get some doubts, okay, this is the link that I'll be giving it to you. We'll just go through this link. Okay, first you have to download the file. Okay, means you have to go to the Google. You just have to search for JDK download. First, you have to download the JDK. So, is the official implementer of Java? Who is the official implementer of Java? Oracle is the official implementer of Java. So, you have to search for the Oracle website. Okay, these are the Oracle website. You have some Java Oracle also, but this is not the official website. You might see OpenLogic, JDK builds, and Oracle. Some third-party things are there, but always trust the official implementer. So the official implementer is Oracle. So you just have to go to the click on the Oracle link. It will take you to the Oracle website where you can find Java 24, Java 21, and earlier versions are available. So you can download and install any version. There is no restrictions, but it has to be more than 1.7 onwards. Okay. Now go here. Here you select the JDK which you want to download. So go to that JDK version. Here you will be having platforms, Linux, Mac OS, and Windows. Okay. So if your Windows platform, go to Windows platform and click on this .exe file. Okay, .exe executable. So just click on this link. It will start downloading this .exe file, installer file on your download location. Okay, as explained here. Once it is start downloading, it will save the downloaded location. Okay. Okay. Once it is download is completed. Okay. Then you have to install. Okay. This is not the correct website. I will give you the correct website. I have the links present. Okay. So it will be having. Okay. Let me just see. No, these are the incorrect websites. I will give the simpler website where you can find all this step nicely explained. Okay. And also I'll be giving you the document. Okay. As part of notes, I'll be giving you the documents. Just follow all the statements. Okay. First step is you have to download. If it is not installed, then you have to download JDK. Then once JDK is downloaded, install JDK. Once installation is done, then you have to set up the path. I will share the link, guys. Okay. I will be giving you all the details. Don't worry. Okay. Where to go, from where to download everything, I will give it to you. Okay. I'll be giving you the steps also, and also I'll be giving you the link also where you can find all the screenshots. Okay, step by step screenshots. So don't worry. So that you have to do, download the JDK, and it is really simple, guys. It doesn't have any complex things present. Download it, install it, and set up the path. That's it. This part happens automatically. In some OS, it happens automatically. If it is not happening automatically, then you have to do it manually. And how to check this part is done or not? For this also notes are there. Okay. So it is really simple. You can follow these steps, download it, install it. Once it is installed, installation I cannot show. This is my office laptop. So I am not allowed to install any software. Okay, it asks admin username and password. So that is why I'll be helping you with the screenshots. Okay, so I have the link where all these screenshots are there. Step by step screenshots are there. You can follow those screenshots, and if required, I will show you these steps also. For an example, how it will look like, I will just show it to you. Where is that? See guys, this is the notes which I have created step by step. Okay, JDK installation and setting up the environment. How to install? Before install, we have to open the command prompt and we have to enter this java-version command. If Java is installed, then it will show you which version of Java is installed. Okay, if it is not installed, you will get the error message like Java is not found as external and internal command. Okay, to download Java, this is the website. How to install JDK? You just have to double click on jdk.exe file, click on next, click on continue button and finish the installation. Only these three steps are required to install. Why do we need to set the path? That I will explain it tomorrow. Once you download it, once you install it, I will explain it tomorrow. How to check the path is set or not. So you have to execute this command. Okay. And press enter. Okay. If you are getting same error like Java C is not recognized as an internal or external command. Okay. Java C is not recognized as an internal or external command. Yes, it is not installed, Vijay. Java is not installed on your Mac machine. Okay, so you just have to hit Java C. This is our Java compiler. Just to check whether my machine is able to recognize what is Java C. So you just have to type Java C and press enter. Okay, it will take some time. Let it take some time. Okay, and if you still get some error that Java C is not recognized and internal and external command, that means you have to set the path here. Okay, that's it. And this is the link which I am going to share. Okay, 1 minute. Let me see if I can open this. See, there is the link Java JDK download. It has all Microsoft Windows, Linux, Mac OS. Okay, download JDK. From where you have to download. Okay, then you have to select the appropriate version once it is downloaded. Okay, then you have to set up the versions here. Okay, if you scroll down, you have to set the path. These are the screenshots. Okay, these only three things are required. Then to check the Java version, Java space hyphen version is present. Okay, JDK on Linux is there. JDK on Mac is there. Okay, somewhere JDK on Mac OS is there. So I'll be giving you these links to you so you can follow these instructions and get it installed by tomorrow. Okay, this is required. Then we will understand that process, how to compile and how to execute. There are three options under Windows for JDK installation. Which one I should select? You have to select .exe. Specify module path where the find annotation processor. Okay. Supported release. What is this? For which command it is showing like this, Harshini. Which command it is giving you that message? This link you want me to share? Okay, I have shared it in chat window. This link I will share it in chat window from where you can download this. Yeah. How to set the path? I will be giving you the steps. Okay. I'll be giving you the steps. Just follow those steps. Guys, those are simple. Okay. You don't have to, it is not complex. Okay. It's really simple. Will it support for Windows 7 Professional? Yes. Sir, I have version Java 1. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. What is the path, sir? Yeah, I will be sharing the notes. See what happened, man. Yeah. So once I entered this Java C, you can see it is giving me the usage. That means my machine knows what is Java C. After install, okay, after installation, you have to execute this Java C command to check whether your machine knows what is Java C. If it is giving this usage file, okay, this is called usage. Okay, if it is giving this usage file, that means your machine knows what is Java C. Then you don't have to do the set path. If it is not giving the usage file, if it is giving the same error, then you have to set the path. Okay. How to check if JDK is installed or not? This is the command you have to execute to check whether JDK is installed or not. Aishwarya. Sir, have Java version? Yeah, that's fine. 1.8 is fine. Sir, if I have Eclipse, then also is it necessary to install Java? Not required. For Mac, please provide information how I can set the path variables. Yeah, I'll be giving you the link so you can go to that link. Okay, where and for Mac users, it will get set automatically. You don't have to do. Okay, because I remember in past, okay, sometimes I have used Mac OS for my organization where I have noticed the path will get set automatically. You don't have to set it. After download, you have to install. So .exe file is downloaded. Now you have to start installation. Okay. You have to double click on that .exe file, downloaded file. Okay, you have to double click on that .exe file, downloaded file. Maybe it is downloaded in your downloads folder. So in downloads folder .exe file, double click it. Then it will start installation. Just click on next, continue and finish. That's it. Once you install it, then you have to set the path. Okay, fine. Mm, 1 minute. Okay, get it installed. Now in Java, we have these three things present. Okay, these are the three terminologies present as part of JDK software. Okay, so JDK already we discussed. JDK stands for Java Development Kit. It is physically exist, and this is the application, this is the software which we required to use the Java in our machine. Okay, JR is runtime environment. So it is one of the environment in which we will be executing our Java code. So this environment will be created automatically. We don't have to create it separately. Okay, so whenever you write your Java code and once you execute that Java code, it will create one environment. Inside that environment, that code will be executed. Okay, and that environment we called it as Java runtime environment. And we have JVM. JVM means it is a virtual machine. Virtual means virtually it is present. We cannot see it, but it is present virtually. Okay, so JVM is responsible to execute our code. Okay, JVM is responsible. Who is executing our code? Who is executing our dot class file? JVM is executing our dot class file. So JVM is compiler or JVM is interpreter? Guys, JVM is a compiler or JVM is a interpreter? If JVM is responsible to execute our code, that means JVM is compiler or JVM is interpreter? JVM is interpreter. So JVM is our interpreter who will execute our code. So when it will execute our code, it will create one runtime environment in which our code will be executed. And to execute, to use this Java, we require JDK software. Okay, so these are the three terminologies we have as part of Java architecture. Okay, so this is the Java architecture where you can see this is the software we are installing. In that software, we have runtime environment present, JVM present, some set of libraries, Java compiler, interpreter, everything is present as part of this JDK software. So that is where we are installing this complete Java development kit, which contains all these things present already. We don't have to install it separately. Okay, compiler is also there, interpreter is also there, other files are there which are required for Java. All these things are packed together in the form of JDK, and we are downloading this JDK and we are installing this JDK. Okay, so this is the architecture of JDK. Clear? So tomorrow we'll be discussing so JDK setup that you have to do it. Okay, how to compile, how to execute. Okay, and then Eclipse installation that we will discuss it tomorrow. Installation is done. Okay, once installation is done, then you can execute this command again to check whether Java is installed or not. Execute this command again and then execute this Java C command. Check it is giving the usage file or not. If it is giving usage file, that means you are good to go. Okay, if it is not giving usage file, then you have to set the path. Okay, to set the path, follow my instructions which I am providing you today. Yeah, I'll be sharing. See, I'll be sharing chapter wise notes. So today, what and all topics we have covered? We have covered this introduction. We have covered these features of Java, and we are covering this setup. So all these three topic wise, three notes, I'll be sharing it today. Not three, basically two notes. Introduction is part of features only. Okay, so I'll be sharing the notes. After this session, immediately I will upload these chapter wise notes so you can refer. Yes. And yeah, actually I wanted to cover this, how to compile this .java file, how to execute this .class file. I will just show it to you. Okay, this is not that important, but I will show you like whatever we have done this compilation and execution, right? Or let's take it tomorrow. We are already running out of time. I have to open the poll also. This PPT is for my reference, guys. Okay, this PPT is for my reference. So for this PPT, and this PPT is for my reference, that means it doesn't have all the things present. Okay, I have nicely explained in the notes. Okay, you just go through the notes, you will understand. Okay, and this thing we will discuss tomorrow practically. I will show it to you how to compile and how to execute. That I will show it to you. And then we will start with the next concept tomorrow. Okay. Yeah. So if you have guys any questions, put it in Q&A. Parallelly, I will open the poll. Yeah, today is the first session, so that's fine. Okay, but guys, make sure that you are getting this JDK setup by tomorrow. Okay, before tomorrow's session, this JDK setup has to be done on your machine. So you will be, you can work along with me. Okay, slide number 13. Yeah. Yeah, it seems nice because I have added many animations here. So even though if I share, it will come as a blank, okay? Because it has many animations. So this cannot be shared. Okay, I will just raise the poll, guys. Feedback. Okay, I have raised the poll. Please answer the poll. Parallelly, I will take the questions. Slide number 13. Okay, this is already opened. Will we have future in automation since AI is there? So see, before you learn AI with automation, means how AI is going to help in automation, first you should understand what is automation, right? Later you can learn AI, how it is going to help in automation. So don't consider that AI is going to replace automation test engineer. If you don't learn any technology, obviously it will be replaced. You will be replaced. So to make it irreplaceable in job, you have to learn the technology, you have to upgrade yourself. Okay. Please upload this theory document. Yes, yes, I'll be uploading. Don't worry, guys. I'll be uploading all the documents today. What is the use of Eclipse that we will discuss it tomorrow. Okay. What is the use of Eclipse? Everything we will discuss it tomorrow. What is JRE and JVM? See, JRE is a Java runtime environment. Means whenever I am going to execute my code, I require some environment to be there. So JRE is that environment will be created automatically. So that environment will be created. My Java code will run into that environment. And after the execution, it will close that environment. Okay. So JRE is that environment, runtime environment. And who will execute our code? JVM will execute our code, which we call it as Java Virtual Machine. Can we use some other ID for Java coding? See, widely Eclipse is being used. Okay, Eclipse is being used widely, but uh, if you're comfortable with other tool also, that is fine. But I suggest everyone to use Eclipse because that is being used widely. So you will get familiar with that tool. Do we need do we need to remember any theory or definition in Java, or from tomorrow coding will be started? See, theoretically, what is Java? If you get that question, so you should be able to answer, right? Because I have noticed many of the candidates they fail to explain Java. What is Java itself? So whenever you attend any interview, your interview starts with theory question, right? Then they will go with practical. If you can impress them with your theory answers, then only they will be interested asking you related to practical. So it is really important to impress them with your theory answers. Okay. So whatever I am giving you, okay, and whatever discussions we are having it, what is Java, definition of Java, okay, okay. So that is really important. Okay. And that is how we are going to discuss it, all the definitions. Okay. Like what in this definition, if you have observed, what is high level we have discussed, what is object oriented we have discussed, what is programming language we have discussed. Okay. Same kind of understanding, we'll be having it on each and every definition going forward. So I am expecting everyone to go for the same definitions. Okay. Understand it. Okay. Understand the each word of it. Okay. So you can impress any interview. JR is compiler and JVM is interpreter. No, JR is just a runtime environment. It is not a compiler or it is not an interpreter. JR is just one environment, okay, in which our Java code will be executed. It is not compiler or interpreter. It is just one environment in which our Java code will be executed. Then JDK is main software, right? JDK is the main software. JDK is main software which is required, okay, to use Java. JRE, we are not installing JRE separately. JRE and JVM, they come along with JDK. So JDK is main software which we require to use Java. JRE is one environment which will be created automatically to execute our Java code. And who is executing our Java code? JVM is executing our Java code. Java is high level programming language. And Java has a feature compiled and interpreted. Compile means it will convert high level to low level or machine level. Interpreted means it will execute low level language. Okay, but Java is high level programming language which converts high level programming language into low level or machine language. No, that is the feature. That is not comes under definition. Java is high level object oriented programming language. That is the correct definition of Java. Okay, okay. So let's stop it here for today, everyone. Let's I check prompt command. Yeah, that we will discuss tomorrow, Meena. What is java.exe, what is javac.exe, that I will teach you tomorrow. When we are going to understand this, how to compile and how to execute .class file, these two files are required. These two things are required. Yes, Java is showing so much theory. Yeah, that means path is set. Okay, means your machine knows what is Java C. So you don't have to do anything, Mega. You are good to go. Assignment questions, there are no assignments for today. Only thing is you have to do the JDK setup. That's it. No other assignments. Only JDK installation should be done by tomorrow. Okay. Thanks. Thanks, guys. See you tomorrow at same time. Thank you. Good night.